Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Pranesh and you are watching That's Slide. So today I'm gonna share you a troubleshooting case which is related to oxygen gas detector on board. So what happened, everything was running normal and suddenly our oxygen gas detector triggered an alarm and it was showing overrange in our fixed gas detection system panel. Ideally, it should read somewhere around 0 to 20.9 percentage oxygen, but this time it was completely out of the limit. This is something that we cannot ignore. So today in this video, I'm going to share you step-by-step procedure that what all troubleshooting checks we did and how did we come into conclusion that our oxygen sensor need replacement. And at the last, we'll also see how we performed both zero and span calibration to put back the system under normal running condition. So let's get started. As you can see, this is the GASTRON GTD 2000 TX oxygen gas detector, and right now it is showing an orange condition which clearly indicates something is abnormal in the system. So before jumping into the conclusion that the life of the sensor is over or the sensor need replacement, we first did a normal check, such as we performed zero calibration and span calibration, but unfortunately both were the failed attempts. And then we moved a little deeper into the troubleshooting. Then we checked a very important parameter, the sensor ST voltage. So just for information, in Gastron sensor ST voltage is very important parameter we need to check. So ideally it should lie somewhere between 160 to 180 millivolt, but in our case it was, as you can see, in our case it was much lower than the required range. And because when the sensor ST voltage drops significantly below the normal range, so we clearly concluded that the sensor is faulty and the only solution was the sensor replacement. So before starting any work, it is very important to isolate the system from the electrical supply. So then we proceeded with the normal remover. As you can see, for removing the sensor, you first need to remove the terminal cover. Then you can carefully remove the PCB assembly, and now you can access the sensor, which is placed right at the bottom of the section. So first you need to unscrew the sensor cap, then you can just unplug the sensor. It is a kind of plug arrangement. So here is the new replacement sensor, and before installation you need to ensure that the sensor is correctly matching with the same model number, same version number. Although this sensor has come from the same maker, but sometimes they might have updated the version number. And because this sensor is a kind of proper terminal and pin alignment of it, as you can see, so even a small differences in model number or version number can lead to improper fit, or can lead to improper reading. So this step is very important. Now for installation you need to align the pin with the slot in the housing, and it's a kind of press fit arrangement. So you just need to give a gentle push fit, and once the sensor is properly seated, so it will lock in its position on its own. So after installation, we need to restore the electrical supply, and once you connect the electrical cable, the sensor will go in a kind of self-diagnostic check. So it's a self-test mode, and this will take somewhere around 30 minutes to complete the entire procedure. In the meantime, sensor will do the necessary internal diagnostic checks, and once this self-test is over, so we check the sensor output voltage, and in our case it was showing 228.5 millivolt. You can see the negative symbol before the numerical value, and this negative symbol is just a kind of terminal indication. You do not need to worry about this. And we also checked the sensor ST voltage. It was somewhere around 190.4 millivolt, and although this was our criteria, so it is lying between normal range. This is a healthy sensor basically. So in this case you can run the diagnostic checks and you can verify the sensor condition. Now we move to the calibration procedure. So for calibration we do two different calibration procedure. We do zero calibration and span calibration. So zero calibration means you are providing an atmosphere, we are providing an environment which is equivalent to zero oxygen percentage. So that means in our case we're going to use 99.9% nitrogen gas mixture, which is basically providing 0% of oxygen atmosphere. And for on the other side, for span calibration, we're gonna use normal atmospheric condition, because we have to provide an entire ample atmosphere, the full range, the full span of atmosphere. So in that case, we gonna let the sensor run into the normal atmosphere. So this will, it should ideally show 20.9 percentage, and in the previous case it should show somewhere around 0 percentage. So now we're gonna perform zero calibration. For zero calibration, as you can see, we have connected a nitrogen cylinder with the proper host condition, and we ensured that, and it is very important to ensure that the correct ample gas flow must be there. So you need to verify the manufacturer specification, that how much liter per minute gas is required for proper and correct calibration. So once the reading is stabilized at 0 percentage, then you can confirm the reading, and it should ideally display the success, and the zero calibration is now finally over. And next is the span calibration. So for span calibration, as we discussed earlier, so we need to expose the sensor to the normal atmospheric air. And because the normal atmospheric air in normal atmospheric air condition, the oxygen reading is 20.9%. So it should ideally read 20.9%. It should stabilize at 20.9%, and after confirmation it should display success. So this is how you can perform both zero and span calibration, and you can get rid of the situation. You can put back the system under normal running condition. And I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you really get value from this content, just give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. Do you have any questions, just put down in the comment section. See you in the next one with new update and new troubleshooting.